It is such a beautiful morning out here. It's about 9 a.m. I just woke up. Don't know why I'm so tired, but wow, it's like a fall morning out here. And I love being able to let the cats out. A lot of people just don't find a way to let their cats out. And I know that can be hard if you're in an apartment and don't have a balcony. It's really, really hard. I had to get a harness for Bast and tried to take her for a walk in the park, but she freaked out and we weren't able to gather her up and take her back to the apartment. Or were we? Yeah, I think I got a pillowcase, but I literally had to call animal control. That's how fierce she was being. And two ladies held her down so that we could cut off the harness because it was kind of tangled up. And she was not a big cat. Wow. My tomato plant, it seems to be doing all right. To be honest with you, I watched something about folk magic, and I have ground squirrels, and I didn't know what to do about it. They were literally eating up my entire tomato plant that I bought. My first one was short and new. So then I bought another one. I think the same thing happened, and this is the third one. Now, management said that the entire place was being overrun by these ground squirrels, digging really big holes. I have one right by my patio. And my friends said feed them. Well, I thought about feeding them. I didn't really want to do that. So I put granola out. And sure enough, within a few hours, they ate it all up. But that's not going to stop them from coming onto my patio, looking for food, and possibly climbing up on my plants. So I took my urine, guys. I go to the bathroom quite a lot during the day because I drink coffee and water, and so I saved it in one of the glass jars that I save. Whenever I get a glass jar, I wash them and I save them, and I poured it all around. And I had not seen the ground squirrels for probably 3 days. Now, it was extremely hot. It was like 98, 99 degrees for 2 days. And nothing comes out when it's that hot. And then now it has rained, so I'm going to have to reapply the urine and see. But, it makes sense to me that animals mark their territory for a reason. And in folk magic, some people used to pee on a brick and put it at their property line or by their front door to give people the smell, I guess, to discourage them from coming around. I don't know how much that really works with humans. I know it would work with animals. If you have an animal coming around pestering you, it doesn't belong to you or whatever. So that's what I'm going to do to be humane, other than, instead of feeding them, to keep them off my patio and away from my plants. I don't know if I could actually pour it at the base of my plant. I'll have to look that up. But isn't this nice to be able to have your cats, my cats, anybody have their cats out on the patio? Diamond does not freak out when there's a dog. We had a really big dog come over here last week. But Jade, she was ready to attack and protect me. It was amazing. And Diamond's the bigger one. Diamond grew up around dogs, so she was like, what? What's the big deal? Now, I think she would either go over here by the screen door or just, lay down and Fortunately, I have put up these little borders here, so that would help to discourage any dog from coming on to the patio. I got an umbrella, and it's a 30-pound base. I got it at Walmart for $19. I've always needed one years ago, and I decided to buy a grill and a patio set for the family. The kids were so happy. I never had an umbrella, and then when I did get an inexpensive umbrella, when we put it through the center of that table and the wind would come, it gets kind of windy on this side of town. It would just knock the entire table with the umbrella over the front deck, which didn't have a railing. And I would be, oh no, I spent all my precious money on the patio set, the umbrella, and everybody would be running out, to help. And over the years, I've just never bothered to get another one. I don't know why. I got a mobile home, and I put the patio set out there, and I had to get another umbrella. And it was a big, wide one. I don't know if it was 7 foot or 9 foot. But again, when the wind would come, it would topple it over. And even when I didn't have the umbrella yet, we had storms, windstorms, rainstorms, and I'd wake up in the morning and find my patio table toppled over down the steps of the back deck to the little patio that I had made. That thing never broke. They still have that patio set at Walmart. I'm dying to go get it. It's the same price I paid 10 years ago. Guys, that's a deal, I'll tell you. And the chairs are foldable, and I can get a cushion to make them, more comfortable. But can you tell I just love being outside? I really do. Somebody's out taking a walk. Here's the beautiful tree I have in my yard here. I always love to have a tree where I move. So I call this my tree. I think it's a maple or an elm. I should know. Oh, can you see the eye in that tree? I made a video 9 years ago about the spirits in trees. I'm gonna walk over there. I would see faces, and one tree looked like a ballerina. The arms and branches, it was amazing. Wow, look at that. Watching my house. Thank you, Mr. Dryad Spirit. I don't talk much about trees. I know I've been told that I'm druidic, like a druidess. I don't really talk about that much, but I should probably tell you the story about trees. Tabby is the one that really introduced me to trees. And there was a point where I could actually hear the trees when there was a multitude of trees at the park, and we would go there to ride bicycles. I'm like, that's that noise? What noise? Can't you hear it? This high-pitched noise. I realized as we started bicycling on the path, it was the trees. I knew I had connected to trees that year, so all right. Well, you have a wonderful day. Excuse me. And I will talk to you later.